to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the San Francisco 49ers and our home team. Kyle Shanahan on the 49ers sideline. This guy's got the season started on the right foot, a home victory in the season opener. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys, on the other hand, couldn't pull one out last week in the opener, so they're looking for their first win at home here in Week 2. Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. Ray McCloud on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Well, 49ers offense set to get to work for the first time. Led out by the last pick in the draft in 2022. Iowa State's Brock Purdy at quarterback.
Well, I don't think that stat line last week had him up for any sort of awards. If I had to guess, he'd much rather have a modest game in a win as opposed to throwing for a bunch of touchdowns in a loss. Biggest thing that he did, Mike, was took care of the ball. So as long as he continues to do that, they're going to have a chance to keep on winning. Mike, this defense talked all week about the importance of coming out fast and starting this game the right way. And it's less about the loss of yards there on that first play and more about just setting the tone. Hey, we're going to be here all day. We're bringing it. And boy, did they ever.
That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
It's a gain of 4. And it's third down.
Out of the gun, here's Purdy. The connection made to Ayuk. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
So there's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
It's a gain of 10. And the 49ers.
They'll send a tight end in motion. McCaffrey now on 1st and 10. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Throwing on 2nd down is Purdy. Downfield, and it's caught by Ayuk. Here's 1st and 10.
A 28-yard gain. First down.
Still run here with McCaffrey. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down.
Once more with McCaffrey. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes 3rd down.
He was brought down by Andre Cisco. 5 yards.
Kittle is the man in motion. Purdy now on 3rd and 2. He finds his big receiver, that's Jennings. And the Niners are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. They're able to convert there on 3rd and 3. McCaffrey. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Now from the 7, it's 2nd and goal. Shotgun snap to Purdy. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
What once looked like a promising drive has suddenly hit a little bit of a roadblock here, Mike. They're in scoring position, yes. But now on 3rd and goal, following that 2nd down sack, this defense has a shot to come away, only giving up 3.
Oh, got him again the 2nd time with a sack on this opening drive. That is Maxx Crosby. He gets into drop him for his first sack of the young season.
Let's give a lot of credit to this defense, Mike. They've got their backs on their own goal line, and they completely buckle down here in the low red zone. I mean, this pass rush, they've completely changed the scope of this possession and now brings up 4th and goal.
Out comes Jake Bates to try a field goal here. This one from 39 yards out. Bates' kick is good. And the 49ers will take a 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
Here's the Chicago offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the man who played his college ball in Berkeley, the former Cal Bear, their rookie quarterback.
I love watching a player of any position come back after a bad game. I think it really just speaks to their mental toughness and their ability to grind, because the reality is, if you can only play well when things are going your way, you're not going to play very long in the NFL. So I am very interested to see, Mike, what sort of approach does this guy come into today's game with, saying, last week is over, I'm going to remain aggressive, I'm going to put my team on my back and go out there and do whatever I have to do to get a win.
He's got his receiver, and that's Jack Bech. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 4.
5-yard gain brings up 2nd down at the 45-yard line.
They'll run it straight ahead now with Genty. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is 1st down.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it. And he's able to pick up the 1st down.
And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. With that, I want to give you a look at his numbers on the ground in last week's game. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. That is caught out wide on the RPO. And it'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
That's another 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Back to throw. A throw on the move is caught. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
Give him 14 on that one. 1st down, Chicago.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. Not a whole lot happening there, just a short pickup.
A gain of a yard.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. That is hauled in at the 5. That'll take this down to the 2-yard line, but they are in business. 1st and goal coming up.
Complete to number 18, Jack Bech. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Genty will score. Touchdown, Chicago. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
Point after try forthcoming. The kick is good, and his guys move out to a 7-3 lead.
Our home team 7, visitors 3.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. McLeod now to return. Now an opening past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. He did a nice job skipping away from one tackle, then going forward, gain of 5. Will be second down. We are through 1. 7-3 is our score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. It's the 49ers with the football to start quarter number 2 from the 44-yard line. Here's second down and 4 as we are ready to get back underway. Got it. First down. A pickup of 4.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Play fake to McCaffrey. Now Purdy. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. And he's out of bounds down inside the 35. Here's Purdy on first and 10. To the sideline, and what a catch. This crowd hoping for a challenge, and they're going to get their wish. The red flag is on the field. At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here. So a smart decision on the defensive side to use the challenge here. This winds up as an incomplete pass. On second down, Purdy. That's taken in by Jennings. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
A gain of 6 yards.
On third down, here's McCaffrey. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's first and 10. On play action, here's Purdy. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
Second and 10.
From the shotgun, it's Purdy. Now he'll run it. Fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the first down.
First and goal, San Francisco.
But the fullback trying to power it home. And he barrels his way into the end zone.
San Francisco.
Kyle Juszczyk. Touchdown, San Francisco. That's his first touchdown of the new year.
Now, remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Our home team, 7.
So after the touchdown, It's Bates to kick this one away. On the return, it is Trey Tucker. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and Ashton Jeanty heading back out onto the field here.
Greg, it's one of those weird feelings you build all year for the opener. When you play a tight game and lose, it kind of changes the feeling coming into this week a little bit.
Yeah, it certainly does, and if you're not careful, what's that cardinal rule? You don't want one loss to turn into two, one bad play to turn into two. The best teams in this league, they have an uncanny ability that regardless, good or bad, blowout or close one from the previous week before, it doesn't lead into the next week's work and ultimately the next week's game. So we'll find out, were they able to learn from the good? And there certainly was a lot of it. But can they move forward today and not let the disappointment of last week trickle into today?
He'll look to throw. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. It was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring us third down. They'll look to throw. They'll try to set up the screen to Jeanty. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's fourth down. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. Here's the San Francisco offense, ready to take possession of the ball once more. So, Greg, this offense comes on the road here in week 2. Look, road games are so hard in the NFL, but it's nice to hit the road coming off a win at home.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, it's amazing how winning creates more winning. It kind of has the ability to kind of build on stuff. It's a snowball thing. So when you're winning, you're feeling good, everything works. And all of a sudden, you start losing, and you start questioning everything about your approach. So the key in the NFL is win or lose, you're on to the next game. And it's the team's ability to start fresh every single week, regardless of the previous week's outcome. Those are the teams that find themselves in position of the playoffs down the stretch.
Taking off, he'll try to get there. And Purdy going to smartly hit the deck here as he's able to pick up the first down in the process.
18 on the play. First down, San Francisco.
He'll drop to throw. That's caught by McCaffrey. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
A 2-yard gain. Brings up
On second down, it's McCaffrey. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. First down, 49ers.
First down, 49ers.
We'll go play action, Purdy. That's the versatile Jordan James. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
At the 38-yard line.
Purdy now on second down. They'll try to set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's third down.
They need 2. Here's Purdy. Able to complete it to Ayuk. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
A gain of 18 on the play. And a 49er first down.
Throwing again is Purdy. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards, and leads to a massive loss.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Purdy out wide to Pearsall on the RPO. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. We'll look underneath here for McCaffrey. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the 1st down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Out comes Jake Bates to try a field goal here. Officially, a 29-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Niners will extend their lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
To return is Tucker. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Gentry to start the drive. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. That's the way to get started. A pick up of 17 and a very quick 1st down. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
At the 40-yard line.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. A throw right side. Taken in by Tucker. They'll come up here 1st and 10.
That's good for another 1st and 10.
Now they'll set up to throw. That's left side to Tucker. And he's out of bounds down inside the 35.
More yards. That's another.
Now off the bootleg. He'll look to throw here. Forced out to his right.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the 1st down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete. Jacoby Myers was the intended target. And it's going to be 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust,
and he's going to be hit and taken down. They got him with a big-time rush that leads to a turnover on down.
and here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
Here's Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers offense coming back onto the field. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts. It'll come with 36 ticks left on the first half clock.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
And some good running there. That's a first down up to the 43. Timeout 49ers. That is their second. As they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Purdy on first down. He keeps it himself. Showing off the footwork, sliding down after a gain of 8. The Niners will use their third and final timeout They'll stop the clock. 24 seconds to go until halftime. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
A gain of 7. And the 49er.
Throwing from the gun is Purdy. He'll locate his tight end, George Kittle. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
First down.
Halftime coming up. We'll get you now to Scott Hanson and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Week 1 was full of surprises, full of intrigue, and a lot of firsts for the young players. What will Week 2 bring? Let's dive in. Our trip around the NFL starts now. We begin at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. The Chargers at home to take on the Broncos in the AFC West. And here is Ladd McConkey. This will be a 70-yard touchdown catch. The Chargers even up their record at 1-1 as they get the win here. Next up, we go to Big D, specifically Arlington, Texas. Check in on the Cowboys. They're hosting the New York Football Giants. And this is the man quarterbacking the G-Men. Hey, this NFL thing is not so difficult, apparently. 1 of 3 touchdown passes for him in the ball game. One more to show you. Let's go to Charlotte. It's the Panthers hosting the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this is Jaylen Warren. All he needs is a crease, and he finds it. That's a 7-yard rushing touchdown. The Steelers get a 2nd straight win to start the year as they get the tough road victory. With that, we give you a look at the rest of the early games and games still in progress here in Week 2 of the NFL season. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half. As we send you back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustments will pay dividends here. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The home team's offense and Ashton Jeanty heading back out onto the field here. The deficit, 6 points. A touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. To the right side, hauled in by Myers. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down.
3-yard line.
This is going to wind up 49er football. They have it.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
49ers offense ready for their first possession of this second half. Have a short field, looking to build on the lead. On the handoff, McCaffrey. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now, it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Good running there. He's got the first down inside the 30.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A gain of 9 yards. First down, San Francisco.
Shotgun snap to Purdy. He'll go underneath here. The running back out of the backfield. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line. That is a gain of 22, and it sets up first down and goal.
They do a really nice job of picking up the pressure, and that's what allows him to have the time to go through his entire progression. He sees his check down wide open, gets the ball into his hands, and he does the rest.
And he'll plunge forward to the 2, setting up second and goal. Ball a little closer now. It is second and goal. Again, it'll be McCaffrey. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up third and goal. They'll try to sneak it here. And he will drive his way into the end zone. Brock Purdy. Touchdown, 49ers. Certain quarterbacks have a knack for that, and he finds the space to get in the end zone for the touchdown, Greg.
Yeah, just a good old-fashioned quarterback sneak. Kind of a play that's taken the league by storm. Not necessarily the tush-push.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Tucker. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and Ashton Jeanty heading back out onto the field here. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Looking middle, and he's got Myers. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Run right up the gut with Jeanty. And he'll get up beyond the 40 to the 41-yard line. That is Quentin Lake there to make the play. 2nd and 5. Back to throw. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And this is going to wind up 49er football. They have it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch. But before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step 1. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's McCaffrey. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. It's good for a Niners 1st down.
First down.
If you don't agree, ask the street on your own. 5 here, you already know.
Again, it's McCaffrey. And he will not be quite able to stretch the ball out. They're going to mark him down after that huge run all the way to the 1. Now it is 1st and goal. And they'll run here with McCaffrey. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, San Francisco. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. He'll find Jenchy out of the backfield. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Ashton Jenchy. A gain of a yard. Brings up second.
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw, and he's going to have to eat this one, and down he goes. Nick Bosa. He had a sack in the opener last week. He's got another one here. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. That one caught by Tucker. They need 15, and that's exactly what they got. It is a 1st down.
A gain of 15 yards. Complete to Trey Tucker.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Taking off.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his 1st and 2nd read, but what they failed to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Gets that one complete to his tight end, Bowers. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. On the handoff, this is Jenchy. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 4. He'll drop the throw. That's brought in by Myers. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
That's good for another 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Drop to throw. The left side into the hands of Beck. And he will get into the end zone. Jack Beck. Touchdown, Chicago.
Just a beautiful ball there by the quarterback. And the point I want to make here, Mike, and make sure the viewer understands is, in the NFL, if you have to wait for a guy to be open and then deliver the ball, it's too late. So often these quarterbacks throw their guy open. They anticipate where the void in the coverage is going to be. That's exactly the reason this play worked out here, Mike, and he's able to connect here for a big touchdown.
26, our home team, 14.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. Welcome back, everyone, for quarter number 3. McLeod now to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here's Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers offense coming back onto the field. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down. They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Throwing on 2nd down is Purdy. Oh, fine work there defensively. Got that hand in there. That pass is incomplete. It is 3rd and 10. gun. It's Purdy. Pass caught by Pearsall. A gain there of 10 yards. First down, 49ers.
First down, 49ers.
Play fake to McCaffrey. Now Purdy. Ayuk makes the catch right side. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Gain of 17 yards.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Back to the air is Purdy. And he's going to be taken down and sacked on what likely will wrap up play in this third quarter. D.J. Jones in there to bring him down. And that's his first sack of the year. So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On second down, Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. We'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Purdy. And they're going to get to him and take him down. Taken back to the other side of midfield. D.J. Jones. He's in there to drop him. And it leads to 4th down. The 49ers out to punt this one as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. A fair catch will be taken here with that flag down by the punter, and this might keep the drive alive. To the right side, this is McCaffrey. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
J.J. Pachees
From the 33, here's 2nd and 5.
brings up second down at the 33-yard line.
They run once more with McCaffrey. And he's in! Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, 49ers. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. And another score in another good performance after winning the opener on their way to 2-0.
Mike, you can't be 2-0 without being 1-0, and for them to be able to continue to string early wins together in the first part of the year, this is the start that every team dreams about. This is what you work for all offseason long to start your season and build some early momentum. Gives you a lot of flexibility and wiggle room as the rest of this season plays on.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7th. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to run it.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Now they'll set up to throw. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. There'll be a loss of yardage.
Back at the 28-yard line.
3rd down and 9. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
Jack Bash. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
At the 47-yard line.
Back to the air one more time. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
Gain of 6.
They'll look to throw again. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Complete to Brock Bowers. It's a gain of 9.
They run out of the gun with Genty. And he'll work forward 4 yards, but that's all he needed. This is going to be a first down.
It's a gain of a yard. That's another.
Throwing now from the gun. Middle, he's got Tucker. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 50.
That's another.
To the air now on first and 10. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Chicago. And how about that? His first career catch also becomes his first career NFL touchdown. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. McLeod now to return. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense retakes the field. So here's Brock Purdy, and this 49ers offense heading back onto the field. So first and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Kittle is the man in motion. The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11. At the 20.
Shotgun snap to Purdy. A short one there, caught by Kittle. And he'll get only a yard before he's out of bounds, and that's going to set up a third down. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. So on fourth down, time to kick it away. Jake Camarda to do the honors. A fair catch called for and taken out beyond the 45-yard line. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with first and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
A 9-yard pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 43-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Over the middle. That's the tight end, Bowers. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
15 yards. And a first down.
Back to throw. We'll go right back to Bowers. He's got it again. From the 21. Here's second down and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and
They'll look to throw yet again. He'll step up and run this. Still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. He'll take this forward for about 5. Hill looks to throw. This one on the floor. And he will score. Game on. Jakobi Meyers. Touchdown, Chicago. Greg, they are hacking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance. But can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Makes the score Niners 33. Our home team 28.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. Here comes a return from the 3. Get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. Here's Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers offense coming back onto the field. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. They'll run the toss with McCaffrey. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
So these situations, Mike, are always very tricky for a play caller. Of course you want to keep the clock moving. You're just trying to run the game out and maintain this lead, but you also don't want to become overly predictable. So with the defense just selling out to stop the run, I think they have to mix in a few high completion percentage passes to just at least keep them off balance.
They'll drop to throw. Caught. This is IU. So, fresh out of the 2-minute warning, they'll use another timeout on this side of it at 1:55.
6 yards.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 39-yard line.
13 yards. And the 49ers first down.
They run straight ahead with McCaffrey. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
He's across midfield.
That's a second charge timeout to Chicago. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. Purdy going to give this one to McCaffrey. Now this defense will use a third and final timeout. And they'll get together prior to the second down play.
It's a gain of 9.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Going to lose a yard. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. We'll send a tight end in motion right. They'll try to run for it with McCaffrey. That's going to be pretty close. Looked at first glance that he had it in. He does. First down.
It's a gain of 3. First down, San Francisco.
Purdy down to a knee. And that should be the final snap of this game. So a win here for our visitors, the 49ers. They get the victory here away from home to run their early season record to 2-0. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.